Hello everyone, I'm Krishnaraj. I'm a second year PhD student in Metallurgical Engineering and Materials Science Department. I have previously worked as the Maintenance Secretary of Hostel 1. In this institute election, I am contesting for the post of General Secretary Academic Affairs PG. If elected, I will work on various domains such as skill development and placement, TA-ship related issues as well as fellowship grievances. Further, I will focus on one, improving employability of our students through industry-specific training, programming workshops, and alumni mentorship programs. Two, conducting technical events in collaboration with various stakeholders and publishing monthly research newsletters. Three, providing career guidance to students in placement and research through newly formed PGSC Career Cell. And finally, efficient running of the new grievance portal to make sure that academic grievances of students are quickly resolved. Okay, so currently the minor programs are designed to provide a career edge to students. Suppose they are working on one specialization, but their work industry needs some co-specialization, which will improve their performance in the industry. So since we are also focusing on PG students, I mean PhD students to go into the industry, so it will be helpful if PhD students can also get a minor course done so that their employability increases. Okay, so currently, before that, I mean, what is the criteria? I'll tell you what is currently happening. In many departments, the criteria for TA-ship, that is this point is specifically for laboratory TA-ship, that is any instrument. And currently what happens is the professors usually prefer their own students or their contacts, and through that they will select the student for TA-ship. That causes some merit students to, I mean, some good students to miss out the opportunity to learn that instrument, and which also helps in their research work. So what I am proposing and what the current PGSC was also proposing is that we can build a merit-based this thing T allocation policy, where depending on the CPI of that particular student who have applied, so depending on that we can allot the system. There is also another option that depends on how the professors react to it. We have another option of taking one exam for individual instrument, and based on the performance of the student in that exam, we can allot the TA. So currently there are two portals where the existing facilities are listed. That one is SAFE portal, and there is in the R&D portal, there is list of all the central facilities and some department facilities which are monetized actually. So that even external parties can apply for the slots. But that process is not very transparent, I can say, because we can't see whether slots are available or not, how long is the queue, etc. It's not provided. All those details are not provided in those portals. So what I propose to do is make it more transparent, provide slot booking system where the students can see how long is the queue, when they can plan their experiments accordingly, so that the process becomes easier for the students. So first, coming to the CSR fellowship issue, what I understand from interactions with the current PGC team, which is already started the process for this, is that there is a communication gap between the administration and the CSIR or DST this thing, departments, where they are not clear about what is the exact process, what are the documents required, and that communication then permits to the student, where students also sometimes have no clue what exactly they have to send. Even the uh, professors don't know how, in which format to send the attendance, etc. So that is one issue. Other than that, there is one more issue related to uh, the human errors in the system actually. So currently, most of the work is done through the staff in main building, and because of many reasons, maybe the delays are there because of maybe medical issues or personal issues, etc. So all these things has to be streamlined. This process has to be streamlined so that even the work becomes faster. Plus, we also have to give the information to the students, which currently the PGC team is doing by applying a Excel sheet there on the website. So that also has to be improved so that students can easily see the status of their fellowship. So this is regarding the CSIF fellowship. Then coming to the TAP category issues, there are multiple issues related to the fellowship. Actually, one is abrupt termination. In that case, it is we have to form a policy, but it's already currently work, and the PGC is working on that. And other than that, if there is a problem because of the COVID recently, there were problems related to the termination of funding from the project side. The professors who had got the project, that those projects funding was delayed and even terminated in some cases from the industry side. So in such cases, the current option is to only talk with the increase the dialogue with the industry to see whether there is any option to resume it, or else if there is any temporary option to provide it through IRCC. And even I have suggested something like uh, library TAship and administrative TAship, which can be temporarily given to the students so that such students can get the fellowship in the meantime. Dialogues in the sense we have to find out exactly what is the reason for the delay in the fellowship, right? So there might be the industry might be shut, or maybe there is workers who are not the staff. There is staff reduction in the staff in the office also. So if the problem is with the reduction in the staff, which because of which there is delay, so that is one category where we can expect that once the staff come back, the fellowship will be resumed. But in case if the termination happened because the industry went into loss or something, some in such cases we have to look for uh, other opportunities, that is liabilities, etc. So dialogue will be to understand exactly what is the problem they are facing, because of which the uh, fellowship is not coming. I mean, in case if they are just we can convince them to disperse the fellowship, so by making them understand the problems of the students, that is even better. PG Connect app plan, the idea came when I was browsing through the Insta app actually. So if you see the placement logs or even the few of the news and notifications on the event, current events running, it's not very much like user friendly. What I feel, and many of my friends and a few people from the PG community, whom I have spoken to, they also feel the same, that okay, if you go through the Insta app, you don't feel like okay, I have to continuously go through compared to such websites such as Facebook, etc. So one thing is one reason is to go for a user friendly attractive app. Plus, we want to give all the details which are already there in the PGSC website. Plus, there were a few extra things which I have proposed, like the events related to technical events, even the newsletters, etc. We can provide it in the mobile platform so that students are more engaged in that, and therefore more engaged in the PJC activities. And coming to the execution, we am thinking of uh, taking the help of technical uh, the technical team in the PGAC, as well as technical council for that. And I have spoken to few web and design members from the PGAC and the previous PGAC teams, and they have suggested that we can go for a certificate type of offer for students who come and join the team to build the app. I have thought about it. A problem is Instaapp already has multiple tabs in it, right? Increasing the tabs further will make it not very feasible for students to go through everything together. So instead of that, if we have a separate standalone app for PGAC, students, I mean, any user will be more inclined to go through all the tabs, all the latest events, notifications, etc., rather than putting everything related to the industry in the single app. So that's my opinion about it. That's why I have proposed a separate app for that. On this front, I have a few initiatives which I have planned, but I haven't written down everything there because only 40 points are allowed in the manifesto. So what I'm thinking of is, one is we need more people to come and join the in process of catering to the students' needs, right? If more people, it will be better. So what I have heard from PGC members, from current PGC or previous members, that sometimes when the student grievances come to the PGAC, it is already very late. They have tried all their options, and only if they think that nothing will happen, they will try to talk to the PGC team. And usually, I mean, if they had come earlier, maybe the connection of the PGC team members would have helped them solve that easily. So what for one thing, first thing I'm thinking of is taking the help of even ISCP and IRSCP in making a network of people who can talk to individual people in the small groups, because more people, smaller groups, they can interact with smaller groups and identify the problem and suggest those students to contact the PGAC, or even communicate their grievances to the PGAC proactively. So that is one of the main reasons I'm suggesting that we have to collaborate more with ISCP, IRSCP to improve the reach of PGC in the student community. Then, other than that, when it's coming to the induction part, uh, there are multiple options. I mean, views I have. One thing is related to the gender cell, the talks which they organize. If we can make IRCP and ISCP members to get trained from them and communicate the same to the students, then because the gender cell, this is team is smaller compared to the ICP, IRCP. Together they have a bigger membership this thing. So and they have better connection to the students because they are immediate seniors of them. So that will help in uh, conveying the message more. Plus, also we can increase the number of such events, the sensitizing on the gender issues, the sexual harassment issues, etc. That can be increased by taking more manpower in some. Firstly, I would like to thank Insight for providing this opportunity, and then to all the PG students out there of IIT Bombay. I request you all to go through my manifesto in Gymkhana election website and give me the opportunity to serve as your representative by voting on 13th March. Thank you.